You ever film an entire intro and outro and then realize that your microphone was not plugged in? Yeah, me too. Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney. If you don't know me, nice to meet you. Where you been? Today, you guys are going to be watching a video that I recorded 2 weeks ago. So I truly don't remember a whole lot. What is time? Time feels irrelevant now. 2 weeks ago feels like 2 years. From what I remember, I believe you're about to watch a video about how to refresh and revive your wigs. I get a lot of questions pretty often over on my TikTok, which if you don't follow me, go follow me. Link is down below in the description. Get a lot of questions how I keep my wigs looking so fresh and so natural, and truthfully, I have to work pretty hard at keeping my wigs to look nice, but I do little small refreshes in between uses of my wigs. So I wanted to show you how I kind of keep my wigs looking nice and fresh and not matted on camera. I believe the wig that I'm showing you is an Eevee wig that I never use. Has been sitting in a bag for 2 years? I'm not quite sure. And I gave it a little bit of a refresh because I was sending it off to a friend. Before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you know when I make brand new videos. Also, don't forget to follow me over on TikTok and on Instagram. So without further ado, enjoy this video. I truly have no idea what you're walking into. Okay guys, so the wig that I'm showing you guys today is a Eevee wig that I bought for a singular TikTok that never made it to air. And I've had this probably now for about 6 months. It has stayed in its little baggie for that long, and I literally took this out of the bag once, and already you can kind of see it's a little bit ratted down here and a little bit messy. So I'm gonna give you some quick tips on how you can keep your wigs looking nice and refreshed. First and foremost, we want to talk about storing a wig. Now, the most preferred method is storing a wig on this, which is a wig head. You can get these at a Joann's, a Michael's. You can also get them at a Sally's Beauty Supply. You can get them on Amazon. These babies are available everywhere. They usually run for about $5 to $10 depending on where you get them. Honestly, don't ever pay full price for them. They're not worth it. This would be the most preferable method, and when you put a wig on a wig head, you want to keep it secure with something like this. This is a 3-inch floral pin or a corsage pin. This is what I like to use specifically, but 2-inch ones are great. Whatever you can get your fingers on really will just help secure the wig in place so that if you put it on a wig head, it's not going to go flying everywhere. I understand not everybody has the storage or the capacity to have wig heads for every single one of their wigs. I'll be honest, I don't either. Not all of my wigs are on wig heads, surprise. So a lot of my wigs are actually in little satin bags like this. The satin helps it not get tangled as easily. This was clearly not in a satin bag. This was actually in a plastic baggie for a couple months, and you can tell. But most of my wigs that I put in satin bags look fresh as new when I take them out. The wigs I would suggest not putting into bags would be ones that are very styled, have big bangs, something that is heavily styled that you don't want the style to get ruined. Wigs that are in bags should be ones that are down or straight or something that requires little to no maintenance at all. Okay, now that we've talked about storing our wig, let's talk about maintaining our wig. It is important that with whatever wig you have, you know how to properly take care of it. So this wig obviously has been neglected quite a bit, and it needs a little bit of a brush out. I'm actually selling this wig to a friend, and I need to make sure that it is in great condition when it gets to her. So let's talk about brushing out a wig. I get questions like this all the time on TikTok, on Instagram, how to brush out your wig and keep it from getting frizzy. The important thing to remember with most wigs, and like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm aiming this video purely towards beginner cosplayers, which if you're a beginner cosplayer, most of the time I'm assuming you're using a synthetic wig. If you are using human hair wigs, this advice I'm about to give you does not apply to you. But with synthetic wigs, you need to remember that a wig is not real hair. A wig is plastic, and it's going to act like plastic. This is why if you pull a piece of plastic really, really, really tight and then you expect it to go back to normal, it's not, because the plastic has stretched out. So when you're brushing a wig, you need to remember that you're pulling on plastic. So it's incredibly important that you are gentle. I suggest using a wire tooth comb hairbrush. A brush like this will literally be a lifesaver. I was dumb and didn't have one of these for years. And when I finally bought this brush, it shaved hours out of brushing time. I'm not joking, guys. Hours. There are hours of my life that I will never get back because I didn't have this brush. This is also like a $5 brush from Amazon. Y'all know that I'll put it in the links below. To brush out a wig, you want to start in really small sections. I take a little bit, about a 1-inch section in my hand, and you start at the very, very bottom. And you just want to brush ever so gently. See how I am barely pulling? And truthfully, I am just letting the hair glide through it and slowly working my way up so that it's all nice. We don't want to pull on the hair, because if we pull on the hair, that's what's going to cause it to look frizzy. It is all nice and smooth. You see that? So another good tip to have is to always keep little alligator clips on. So I'm going to clip this section so that I know that it is done. I'm going to take another clip and clip this other section back just so it's out of my way. I'm going to continue doing this for the rest of the hair. And after I am done brushing it out, I'm going to show you the best way to re-curl your wig. It shouldn't take me too long to do. See how I was easily able to just go through that section? Now, like I said, this wig has literally just been in storage. If you have a wig that you wear every single week, or even like you've worn it maybe 2 or 3 times, it's probably going to have more knots than this one, and you might have to work a little bit more. The important thing is to go slow and start low. Slow and low. It's just like a crock pot. Another thing to remember is that wigs aren't like a scalp. They have wefts in them. So if you pull on, if you start from the top and you pull down, your brush can get caught in the wefts and can actually pull on the wig and could actually ruin the construction of the wig. So it's important that you remember to not necessarily go straight at it, straight at the crown, but just a little bit below, because that'll help maintain the shape and the integrity of your wig. Doing the slow method, you shouldn't be losing too many fibers. Most of the time when I use this brush, I very rarely have any fibers left on it. This brush stays pretty clean 98% of the time. Typically, I would not be combing out this wig on a styrofoam head, but since this video is aimed towards beginning cosplayers, most beginning cosplayers don't have a canvas head. If you do, amazing. You're doing an amazing job. Keep going. But unless you're really serious about styling your wigs, a styrofoam head will work perfectly fine. If you have worn your wig a ton, the under section that would be by your neck will be incredibly matted and will take you probably a good amount of time to get through. That is just because of friction. Friction will 100% cause your wig to get tangled. It is just what happens. Even the most expensive wig in the world has frizz underneath the back of it. And there is literally no way to prevent it. That is just the nature of the beast. All right, now she is all brushed out, looking much smoother. You can see it's looking a little bit better here. And now I can run my fingers through it. It feels nice and soft, but we're not done yet, just giving her a nice little refresh. So as you can see, she's all brushed through, but her waves and her curls aren't really defined. So I'm gonna show you the dumbest, easiest method to bring your curls back to life. There are other methods to bringing curls back to life, including using steam. You can use curlers, some types of heat, which I would not recommend if you are a beginner at wigs. If you are a beginner cosplayer and this is your first time working with wigs, please do not try to use heat on your wigs. You will probably melt them. But I'm gonna show you the easiest method that you can possibly use to bring your curls back to life. This was taught to me by a stylist who formerly had worked for Disney, and this changed my life because it's so easy. Since this wig is so long, I have to pull it up all the way up here so I can show you guys. This is a little ridiculous. We're gonna take a little section here. Evie's curls are at the bottom of her hair, so we're not gonna worry about going all the way up, but this method works for going all the way up the wig too. So this is if your wig is already curled, like you aren't curling it for the first time. This is if your wig has already curled and you're just trying to give it a little refresh. I like to kind of comb through, and then using your fingers. This is so crazy. Using your two fingers, you are going to wrap the fiber around your fingers to kind of remind it what it used to do. Cool thing about wigs is that with plastic, it has memory. So it knows what it's supposed to do and it will remember. And sometimes it just needs a little reminder of that. And the little bit of heat from your fingers will give your wig just enough it needs to remember that. And then watch this, guys. Watch this. Watch this. Y'all see that? Y'all see that curl? Y'all see that beautiful curl? Stunning. It's a 10 out of 10. And that is all you have to do. It's so, like I said, guys, it's dumb easy, right? You can do this with super long wigs too. But look at that. So cute, right? I'm gonna go ahead and do this for the entire wig. I'm gonna turn off my camera and then I will be right back and I will show you guys the finished product. And guys, a full 10 minutes later, that's it, 10 minutes later, she looks fabulous and good as new. And that is all you have to do. It's so easy. You literally just have to use your hands. It is my biggest wig hack. I have used this hack for so many years and I encourage all of you to use it as well. It will make your wigs go from a 3 to a 10 out of 10. I hope Deanna sees this. Once your wig is all set and exactly how you like it, use a light spritz of some hairspray. Reminder that wigs are, once again, plastic. So hairspray is only gonna do so much for it. You can put a whole lot of product on it, but sometimes it's just gonna weigh the plastic down. So put a few spritzes of hairspray on it, and then you should be good to go. And there you guys go. That is how you take a basic cosplay wig and just give it a little extra love. So I hope you learned something from this video. Please let me know if you have any questions below. I'd love to answer them for you. I would also love to make some more in-depth videos on how I curl my wigs with steam if you're interested, how to revive a wig like this with steam if you're interested. What do you want to do with your wigs? Let me know below. I'd be so interested to hear what you guys want to see me help you with next. I love helping everybody with their cosplay needs, so please feel free to comment below, tell me what you need, and I would love to help. Alright, thanks guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys next time. You're cute. Bye!